So let's talk about the ad group. Now what is ad group? So see, if you will going to see the campaign which we have set here, okay. So if you just click on the campaign details, so these are the things which we have set it up, okay. If you will going to notice that we have the campaign that is related to SEO, because I want to sell, let's say, one SEO product, one SEO course I have. So the name I have kept is the SEO, okay. And if you will going to notice, the objective we have set as a website traffic. And you will going to notice that we have also set the budget, daily budget, as $10. Okay, so these are the things we have set it up, okay. So the budget we have set $10 per day. Awesome, very simple and easy. Now my friends, ad group. Now ad groups basically helps you to create the targeting, okay. So basically in ad group you can set the target, okay, okay. So for example, you can create multiple ad groups, 1 2 3, even 4 5, as much as you want, under any single campaign. So for example, you can see that this campaign is regarding the SEO, okay. So what I can do is that I can create, let's say, one ad group one, and this ad group one I can do it for SEO, but I only want to target, let's say, Indian customers. Similarly, you can create the ad group 2, and here you can just target to the same SEO, but let's say for the US people, okay. Similarly, you can create one ad group and you can just target for, let's say, UK people. So the concept is very simple. If you will going to notice one thing, that in ad groups, your ad groups basically should be related to the campaign only, because our campaign is related to SEO, right? So your ad group should be also related to the same SEO only. This will going to increase the quality score and you will going to get very low cost, okay. Now what is quality score? So basically quality score is the relevant, how your advertisement is relevant. For example, if you will going to create the campaign that is related to SEO, but in ad group 1 you have kept SEO, okay, but in ad group 2 you are just creating the campaign which is not related to the campaign, and here you are just targeting talk, okay, which is not at all very much relevant, almost not relevant, okay. Always make sure that when you create campaigns in any platform, not only with the Twitter X, any platform, always try to make it as much as relevant, okay. So everything should be relevant, which relevant with with each other. That is very much important. If we are creating the campaign for SEO, so our ad groups should be also related to the main campaign, okay, that is SEO, related to SEO. And also whatever remember the creatives which we have created. So remember that we have created the creatives which is related to SEO, second ad which is also related to SEO. So this is very much important, and that this is what the relevancy is all about. Let's not go with the ads right now, okay. Let's just go with the ad group, okay. So hope you guys have understood the concept of ad group. Now let's create one ad group, okay. So you can see inside this campaign I can create as many as ad groups. So let's name this ad group, okay. So for example, this ad group is of course related to SEO, and for example we only want to target living in India, okay. So this is the main targeting, and of course we have the image as an ad. Remember, we have image ad which we have created as a creative, okay. Now which campaign is related to? It's related to traffic, and it's for the cold audience. So same thing, but the only difference is that in this particular ad group, our main focus will be to target to the Indian customers. Okay, that's it. Now image same, traffic same, and the temperature, that is audience type, is also same. Traffic, that means objective type, is also same, and the media type is also same. Okay, awesome. Now we also have the feature to go with the dynamic product ad. So it will just going to drive sales by showing people relevant product from your catalog, which we generally do not want, and I don't suggest you to do that. Okay. Now, if you will going to go down, okay, that is in the budget and schedule. So as I have told you that you can also create the budget in ad group level as well as campaign level, but we have already created the budget as the campaign budget optimization in the campaign level, so we will going to leave this alone. Okay, we will not going to do anything, but we can just schedule it. Okay, for example, what's today's date? Today's, I guess, 18th. Let's schedule for the 21. Okay, so we will going to run this campaign from the 21. Okay, you can even schedule it, or you can just run it immediately, and you can also set the end date. Okay, for example, what happened sometime is that some people just set and start their campaigns immediately, but they forget to stop the campaign, so their campaign just keep on run and run and run, and they just lose lots of money. So if you are that person who basically, if you think that you can forget the campaign, so in that thing you can just for a safe side, you can set the end date. But generally we don't do this, because when the campaign basically runs, okay, so automatically Twitter optimize. So basically it's not like that in the first 2 to 3 days or in 1 week you will start going to get amazing results. It's not like that. Okay, if you are thinking that I'm running Twitter ads and I will going to get good sales and profits in the first day, so it's not always like that. Basically all these platforms, whether it's a Twitter X, Pinterest ad, Snapchat ad, Google ad, Microsoft ad, all these advertising platform basically needs time to get optimized to provide you the best results. So basically it can take more than 7 days, okay, and between 15 days to optimize your campaign to get the best result. So in the starting you may face little bit loss, okay, a small amount of loss, but if you continue to run that, these platforms like Twitter X will going to see that which type of people are purchasing your product and service. Okay, so on that basis it will going to optimize it. Okay, so basically optimization takes time, so don't think like that if you are just running the campaign in the first day you will start going to get results. So it's not like that. Okay, then in the delivery you can see the site visits. So basically there are plenty of different options, but we always tell our students and our clients that we always choose the recommended option. Why? Because these platforms, like Twitter X, these platforms are very powerful and their machine learning algorithm is also very powerful. So whatever they are recommending, you always have to go with that option. Why? Because this, when you give the recommended options, okay, so these platforms can have complete control so that they can provide you the best result. But if you just go opposite with what it is recommended, for example link clicks, if I choose, so there the situations become complicated, because you are kind of restricting these platforms and you are just using your own brain, not the machine learning algorithms of these platforms. So always try that what these platforms recommend, you always go with that option, until and unless you have a lots of expertise of 2 to 3 years, then only you can just go ahead with the other manual options. But you have to keep everything as recommended. Okay, so only name is suggesting site visits because we have set the website traffic. We want the website traffic, so because of the website traffic, it has given us these two options which are related to the website traffic objective, campaign objective. Okay, but if you choose some other objective like sales, so you will going to see the different results. Okay, but very thumb rule, try to always go with the recommended until unless you have a lots of expertise. Then site, we don't want the any event by now. Okay, but you can create the event, but we will not going to because it's just the website traffic. And bid strategy, that means you all have to understand one thing, that when you run any campaign, so you are not running this campaign alone. Like you, there are other many competitors who are also running the same targeting. Maybe like I am targeting to SEO India. So similarly, like me, there can be other people who are also targeting to SEO India. So you just have to do competition with them. Okay. So that is called as bidding. So basically bidding decide which ads will going to run, whether your ad or your competitors ad, which will going to run first. So that is the bidding. It's basically an internal operations which you do not have to go that. But as a starter, as I have mentioned here also, always go with the recommended. Okay. Then pay by, that means how you will going to pay to Twitter. Okay, how you will get charged for the ads. Like you can see, it's link click, that means whenever you will going to create campaign. So you all know that you have the ad creatives which we have already told you, people will going to click on your ad. Okay, so Twitter is asking you that whenever someone will going to click on your ad, so for every click you want to pay, so that is the option of a link click. But if you want to go with the impression means people will going to see your ad. Okay, but they will only be going to charge when they will going to see your ad, not when they will going to click on your ad. So that is the impression. It's totally up to you, whatever you want, but as we have mentioned, always go with the recommended as a beginner. Okay, there are lots of advanced settings which I know, but if I tell you as a starter, you will surely going to get confused. So to avoid that, until unless you have some expertise in the Twitter X ads, so don't go with other options, go with the recommended only. This is related to app conversion, measurement options we do have. So it's kind of related to tracking the informations from your Google Analytics and so on. But let's leave it. Then we have the many other options, okay, which we will going to discuss one by one, which is all related to the ad groups. Now we have the placement options. So placement means where your ads will going to show in the Twitter X platform. That is what it is called as placements. So home timelines. So home timelines, remember, this is basically your home timelines. So if you want to show your advertisement here, okay, on the timeline, so that is what it is called as this option, home timelines. So it's by default on, you cannot even turn that off, it will going to show. Okay, and this is the where you get the best results from the Twitter X. Then another options are the profiles. Okay, so you can see if you will click here, so basically on someone's profile, you will going to see this option of promote it. Okay, then the search results, if you will click here, so basically whenever someone will going to search for something, for example, if I just search for digital marketing agency, click on enter button, so basically in this search results, okay, in this search results you can see the ads option. Okay, so that is what it is called as search results, and then in the replies. Okay, so basically whenever you just reply anyone, okay, for example, if you just reply someone, and in the replies maybe in below you will going to get the advertisement and so on. So these are the places you can select. Okay, but if you're just running for the first time, always select the all the options. Why? Because see, if you will going to restrict, for example, if you just turn it off, the profiles, search results and replies, so your ads will not going to show in all the areas. But frankly speaking, in our testing we have also find, and we have told you earlier only just now, that home timelines will only going to give you the best results. Okay, so if you want to only keep this, you can do that, no problem. But as a starter, you can even select that. But in our case, I will not going to select that, because in our experience, we have seen that the home timelines will only going to give you the best results. Okay, then we have the demographic based targeting. Now let's talk about the demographic based, targeting. So basically here you can just choose the gender. So maybe, for example, if you are selling some kind of, let's say, I can say men perfume. Okay. So you know that your product is related to men. So it will be, useless if you will going to target to any audience. You just have to select the man, right? So basically, first you have to think that whatever you are trying to sell, which type of gender can purchase your particular product. If it's for both, you can choose to any. But if that particular product is specific to any particular gender, then you have to choose that gender, whether it's a man, woman. Okay, then you can also select the age group. Okay, so age group is also important, because see, if I just talk about India, so in India basically age group of 18 to 54 can purchase online. Okay, so if you have any product and service which has to be purchased online, okay, so you have to make sure that you target the relevant audience. Okay, or I can say 21, because here in India 21 is the age where people have mobile and payment options in their mobile phone. So I can go with this option. So it's all about your product, your country. Just see your country people, okay, from which age they start to uh, you know purchase from any websites. Okay, so all that habit, you just have to, you are basically the more better person to judge your country people. Okay, and see, and along with the country people, you also have to see for the your product. Okay, so for example, if your product is related to academics of children, okay, basically you teach, let's say, children about small children's, okay, between the age, I can say less than 14 age group years old, children's. Okay, so you all know that people doesn't have any payment and buying options, so you have to target to their parents. So you notice that basically, at the age of 25 to 54, people are in the parenting stage. Okay, you can even reduce it more you want. So it's all depends upon the product and service which you're offering. So make sure just choose the proper age range according to your product and service. Okay, then of course it's about language. So in which particular language you want to target. Okay, for example, you only want to target English speaking people. Okay, so you can just choose to English. Okay, if you also want to target to, let's say, Chinese people, so what will going to happen, your advertisement will going to show English speaking people as well as Chinese speaking people, but that will be bad kind of. Okay, so English is the main language which I want to target. Okay, also if you will going to notice in your targeting, you can also mention that I want to target, let's say India. Okay, and something like that. Okay, so the main focus is for the India. Okay, but rest everything should be the same way, and in which particular location you want to target. So see, they it is very easy, by the way. See, if you just go and choose the location, for example, I want to, let's say, target to India. Okay, so I can see a lot of options over here. Okay, these are all the cities, but I want to target to country. Okay, um, but guys, there are plenty of other things like if you also want to target to more countries. Okay, for example, uh, okay, for example, you also want to target to United States as well. Okay, so you can even do that as well. Okay, so for example, United States of America. But this is not the best suggestion, because see, if you just take more than two countries, so you will not come to know that which particular setting is giving you more sale. So basically it's all about testing. Okay, so you can just test it out. So it's not necessary that if you will going to choose India, so India will going to give you sale. It can be possible that United States can give you more sale as compared to India. So that's why we create ad groups. If you will just see here, so that's the reason we always create ad groups. So basically ad groups will not only going to help you to uh, specify some targeting, but you can also test it out. You can create one ad group, one for India, and ad group 2 for the US, and all the settings are same. And then you can just compare whether India is giving you good sale or US audience. That means ad group 1 is giving you good sales, or ad group 2 is giving you good sales. So you can also test it out. So that's the benefit of ad groups. So but make sure that you only make changes to the one variation. Okay, for example, I'm taking one example. For example, in the ad group 1, you can just say like, I just want to target to let's say men. Okay, you don't know basically your product are purchasing more by men or women. And in ad group 2, instead of targeting to US audience, what you guys can do is that you can also target on the basis of uh, woman age, that means gender, and just compare whether man is giving you good sales or woman is giving you good sales. But hope you guys are understanding the concept. Okay, so the concept is very much important to understand. Okay, so that's why we have the functionality of adding the as much as ad group. But make sure that whenever you try to test anything, okay, so make sure only change one thing. Okay, for example, if you're uh, testing on the basis of country, so make sure only change in all ad groups as per the country. But if you are changing with some other factor, maybe of, let's say, gender, so only change the gender, and rest everything should be same, even the country. So it's all depend upon ad groups you want to create. You can create as many as ad groups from here. Okay, you can also go with the radius as well. Okay, but it's now available for United States and Japan. Let's not just go there. Let me just go with the some specific location. In my case, let's take with the example of India. Awesome. So this is the related to the demographic settings we have in the Twitter X. Okay, make sure you put that up. And by the way, if it's just force us to create a event, so we can even do that. Just click on new. Okay, but it will just tell to install pixels and all. But later on we will going to do all that thing. Okay, but hope you guys have understood the demographics based targeting. Now guys, we will going to talk about the device based targeting. So you can just choose the operating systems, okay, and you can just reach people by the specific operating systems. For example, if you only want to target to iOS mobile phone users, so you can even do that. Let's say you have created some application that only runs on Android, okay, application. So basically you can then choose this option of Android, okay. But if your product, for example, that there are some applications which only works in desktop, so you can choose the desktop option. But what I will going to recommend is that always choose the mobile options, because mobile is the thing which people have almost all the time in their hand, okay. So basically people just use their mobile phone almost all the time instead of desktop. If you will going to notice here, right now it's showing 19.4 to 21.4 million are the people on the basis of the targeting we have chosen to whom our ads can be shown. But just notice here, if I select the desktop, it will reduce to too much, because generally people don't use desktop all the time, it's their mobile phone, okay. So you only have to select the desktop option when you have some specific applications that only run on the desktop, okay, or there is some thing which only works in the desktop. But choosing the all options, if you don't choose anything, so automatically all the options will be by default selected, okay. And also you can see, if I just select, let's say, a specific operating system, for example iOS. So in iOS you can also target iOS above 14.5, all the versions as well. So that's very powerful, but we want to stick with all the iOS users, so I will untick it. Same with Android, you can see Android versions. Same with the desktop, and even you can just choose on the basis of the device models as well. For example, if you just want to go with the Apple's particular model, okay, so you can just go ahead with that options as well. So kind of a very good and very in-depth targeting, okay. So that is what I just want to tell you. So suppose if you have some application or game you have created only for playing in iPad, so in that case you can just choose the iPad directly. It will automatically going to select all iPad. But let's say if you have created some application or something for only, let's say, or if you have one tutorial about, let's say, how to use, let's say, iPhone, okay, 15, let's just for an example, so you can select in that particular situation this option. But do not do that, because when you will going to go in more in-depth options, so it will just going to reduce, you can see audience is too small. So what will going to happen, Twitter will going to find it very much difficult for your targeted audience to find, and ultimately the advertising cost will going to increase. So that's why bad option, until unless you exactly have the product related to these options, okay. You can see Amazon and so on, lot many options, you can explore all of them. You can also go with the carrier basis, like in India we have some carrier basis. So for example, I use Idea is a basically a communication sim, okay. So basically if you only want to target the people who use Idea, so that is the also options which you guys can do. But again, as I have mentioned, it will just going to reduce the audience size, so it's very bad idea, okay. But uh, always make sure that these are the options also available. It's just about you explore it, but always keep it always on each and everything until unless you have something which is very much specific to any device model or any operating system. Okay, now we have audience, and kind of not useful for right now, but we will going to use it in later on. So basically, audience, you can see we have two options: subscribers and custom audiences. So for example, you only want to target the premium subscribers. So who are the premium subscriber? You remember that this is the premium functionality. So the Twitter X users who have opted for this premium, um, you know, versions of Twitter X. So to that people, if you want to show your advertisement, then you have to select this particular option. Okay, and we have the custom audiences as well. Now custom audiences is one thing which we do not require right now, but in future when we will going to create some custom audiences, so then it will be useful. So right now you can see we don't have anything because we have not yet created any custom audiences. So basically we will going to create the custom audience for the landing page as well as thank you page. Okay, and how to do that, we will going to teach you that in later on. So this is the audiences based, targeting, and what is lookalike as well, we will also going to cover that in a later on. Okay, but let's just come directly to the targeting based features we have. So you can target on the basis of keywords. So as I have mentioned earlier as well, for example, I just want to let's suppose I have created, let's say, one landing page, and my landing page, of course it's a dummy one. Okay, and my this landing page is related to my SEO course. Okay, so I will going to search for the keywords related to SEO. Okay, and you can see this is one keyword I can target. Awesome. So now people, whenever they search for, let's say, this keyword, let's say SEO, or they are looking for some SEO related content, okay, anywhere, so at that particular point of time the ads will going to show, right? So that is what it is. And also they we have selected this keyword, so you will going to see this keyword is added. Also SEO full form is, if you will going to see, search engine optimization. Okay, so for example, if someone search for, let's say, search engine optimization as well, so I can even go with this option. So basically I'm telling to Twitter X that whenever anyone will going to search for this keyword, or they are just looking for this topic like search engine optimization and SEO and all, so then only show my advertisement. So that is what it's all about. Okay, also you can target on the basis of followers list. Okay, now what does that mean? Okay, so for example, you can see there are plenty of people, okay, like this one, AI AJ, whatever his name is. So for example, I want to target to this particular profile. Okay, that means I want that people who are following this particular profile, so the, because that these followers who are following this profile, so they all are the people who are interested in the concept of SEO. Okay, that's the reason they have followed it. So I can tell the Twitter, okay, that always just go ahead and search and select. Of course you can select this profile, we have followed this person, so I can just select this profile, and I'm telling to Twitter X that this is the individual. Okay, so uh, show the advertisement to the followers of this profile and the people who are related to this profile followers. Okay, So this is the targeting you can do as well. And another one is the interest based targeting. So here we can target on the basis of interest as well. So you can just explore all the options. There are plenty one of them. For, or even you can just search for, let's say I can just search for SEO if I can find something. Okay. um, okay, so I can just found the SEO one. Okay, so whatever you have interest, so people who have interest in SEO, so Twitter will going to show advertisement to those people. Okay, or people who have shown the interest in SEO, so Twitter X can show the advertisement to those people. Again, my friends, one amazing trick which I want to give you. See, if let's say you have created the ad group 1 and ad group 2. Okay, so it's all about testing as well. Okay, so you don't have to stop testing. Suppose in ad group 1, let's say uh, or let's leave about ad group. What I just want to tell you, when you use, let's say, keyword, follower, lookalike, and interest, so don't use all three of them together. Okay, because you will not come to know that which is giving you good sales, whether the keyword based targeting is giving you good sales, or follower lookalike is giving you good sales or results, or interest based targeting is giving you good sales, right? So never choose all the three options together. Okay, never use three options together. What you guys can do is that you can just first show or select, let's say, targeting feature as a keyword. Okay, you can just create one ad group. So for example, you can create this ad group 1, let's say, for keyword. Okay, and the second ad group you guys can create, let's say, for interest based targeting. So when you will going to create a second ad group, so in second ad group, don't tick mark this keyword, just remove this keyword and go with the interest based, and then run these ad groups and see whether the keyword based targeting is giving you good result, or interest based is giving you good result. So hope you guys are understanding, right? So it's all about testing. It's not about only you can create ad group 1 and 2 only one time. You can create ad group 3, 4 in future as well. So it's all about testing, and you have to test again and again and see in which particular time you're getting the best result, okay, from the Twitter X. But let's stick with, you know, the country based testing. Okay, India and US, just to make it simple for now. Okay, so I will going to remove it, because as I have told you the principle, never go with the keyword, followers, and interest based targeting together. Okay, so right now I'm just going with the keyword based targeting. That's it. And you can also go ahead and go with the related keywords. Okay, for example, a person who want to, go with the SEO, so he can also be the guy that is related to website. Okay, something like that. So you can choose the multiple keywords as well. So these are the thing. And movies and this conversation topics are very common. So for example, if any movie is about to launch, or if you want to show your advertisement to any specific TV show or movies. Okay, uh, for example, if you want to show your advertisement in the Vampire Diaries. Okay, if okay, so this is one TV show, of course, the Vampire Diaries. Okay, so people who are watching this particular TV series in United States and Canada, and if you want to show your ads to these people, then you can just go ahead with this particular option. Okay, but right now I can see the audience is too small, because we have just go with the keyword 1. You can just add more related to this particular targeting. Okay, and you can just choose more and more. Okay, and And another one is the conversion based targeting. So people who tweeted, engaged with the tweet, or looked at the tweet about the conversion topic. So conversations have a look back window. Okay, so this is the conversation based, which I generally don't use. Okay, and additional options, you have retarget people who saw or engaged with your past posts. So basically people whatever you have posted in your profile. Okay, so there can be many people who will going to engage with your content. Okay, for example, let's say some people can like and reply on your particular post or something like that. Okay, so Twitter is saying that people who have engaged means in the form of like, okay, comments or retweet. So whatever they do, so if you want to or maybe repost. Okay, so if you want to target to those people, you can also, you can target to your followers as well who follows you. So this is the option. Okay, and there is nothing more. Okay, you can also switch on this optimizing targeting. So what happen is that generally when Twitter X will going to follow some opportunity to give you more better result apart from the targeting you have done here. And when Twitter X is confirmed that you can get the best result even if you have chosen some targeting options, but over that, if it's found a better deal, so it will going to do that for you in the setting of optimized targeting. So you can of course test it out, but it also works great. So this is all about the ad groups we have, and then you can just click on the next button, and in this way we have completed the ad group option feature structure.